Need to deal with this right now. Sometimes you got to put the thing in a box, you got to give it to God, put it in a jar, lock it up, and wait till you get your goal, and then you can address it. Now, if it comes to your children, you ever wondered why you set goals and stop, and you can't get momentum and you can't remain consistent? Well, hello, my name is Ms. Joyce Pollard. I am a holistic strategist, holistic success coach, mompreneur, woman of faith, girl mom, registered nurse. And on this channel, The Holistic Haven, we talk all about going after your goals, balancing work, life, and business. And today we will be talking about the truth about why you are not reaching your goals. Okay? So if you are someone that has beaten yourself up, or feel like you keep starting and stopping and starting and stopping, you want to stop stopping, this is the video for you. So number one, I want to say that we do have the SMART goals method, but with setting goals, you have to go beyond the surface. You want to be intentional. You want to ask yourself, like, what is this goal? Why do I want this goal? How am I going to feel once I accomplish this goal? And is this a now idea? Is it a good idea? Is it a now idea? And have you talked to God about your goals? Because oftentimes we want to do something, but it might not be in alignment with the season that we are in life. So number one, I want you to ask yourself, like, go beyond the surface and ask yourself some important questions, like, why do I want this goal? How am I going to feel once I accomplish it? What is the necessary steps that it's going to take in order to reach this goal? And then make it make sense. All right. And then next, you also want to know the difference between being consistent and persistence. Consistency means that you're showing up every day for your goals. Persistency means that no matter what, you're going to keep going until you reach the finish line, right? Because what happens the moment two things happen? You decide you want to go back to school, and then all of a sudden your job starts stressing you out. The kids are acting up, and you're asking yourself, like, oh my gosh, maybe I can't do this. But then it's like, are you going to be persistent? There is one thing that I have always stuck to, and people always ask me, how do I stay consistent and persistent in the face of adversity? Is that I say you have to learn how to compartmentalize the chaos. Compartmentalize the chaos. You have to learn to say, you know what? Do I need to deal with this right now? Sometimes you got to put the thing in a box. You got to give it to God, put it in a jar, lock it up, and wait till you get your goal, and then you can address it. Now, if it comes to your children, there are certain things that, yes, you have to address, but at some point, it's like, when did worry ever change a situation? So you have to ask yourself, what can I do about this situation? What is in my control? And everything else, give it to Jesus Christ. Okay? Let go and let God. And then you want to focus on the finish line. I remember, but we'll use this as an example. So I remember going to nursing school, and there was a lot of little stuff happening, right? So I remember one day God showing me that although the goal was to become an RN, that the path was not going to be paved in gold. So you see all those little dots that I wrote on the paper. So this is your goal, focusing on the big picture, and these are all the little stuff that happen along the way. So when you have a goal and there's something that you want to accomplish, you're going to have to be consistent, be persistent, compartmentalize the chaos, and focus on the finish line. And number 5 by far is the most important of everything, and this is why most give up on their dreams and goals, is that you have to become the person. You have to become the person that's going to accomplish those goals. Because why? Once upon a time, there was Joyce that was the overthinker, the overanalyzer, the Joyce that had to know how every step was going to play out, right? But there's certain levels that I had to get in life where I had to say, you know what, I'm gonna just take the next step. I saw a quote the other day that said, take a leap and the net will appear. Meaning you have to take a step. You have to say, like, what is the next best thing that I can do in this situation, and become that person. So I had to stop being the overthinker. I had to stop being the procrastinator or waiting last minute, because Joyce, before kids, I could procrastinate. I could, do things at the last minute. But when you have kids and you trying to get something done, like, I can't wait till the deadline. I can't wait till the last minute of the due date in order to work on client files, because what will happen? I'll say, okay, I'm going to work on the files on a Friday afternoon once the baby go to sleep. And guess what? Maybe she might be running a fever. Maybe she might be running rampant around the house, dropping herself on the floor, jumping on the couch, doing all types of crazy stuff. And then by the time, well, she's not a baby, she's a toddler now, but by the time she wants to go to sleep, I go to sleep. I remember a few weeks ago telling my friend I was 1 for 7. Every day I'm like 0 for 1, 0 for 2, 0 for 3. Because guess what? Every time I said I was going to work on something, once she fell asleep, sis did not fall asleep. And where did that leave me? That left me, like, I went to sleep too, because I was tired. And I know that part of maintaining my health is by getting enough rest. So who did I have to become in order to reach those goals? I had to become somebody that was disciplined. I had to become someone that was able to take accountability and to take coaching and to take direction from leadership. Hello. Because we can't always be the strong friend. We can't always be the person that everybody else come to, because guess what happens? When you limit the lid, what ends up happening is that if everybody's coming to you and you're the one giving someone advice, then when you want to reach your next level, they're going to say, well, your life looks good. Like, why do you have to do that? Worry about the kids. You got a good career. But I say that you should never put all your eggs in one basket. Multiple streams of income is a must, because nothing is guaranteed, and we don't want to give anyone all of that power. So let's recap. Okay, so that was the gym. In order to reach your next level, you have to become that person. All right, so number 1, you're going to go beyond the surface level. You're going to ask yourself, what do I want? What is it going to take to get there? Why do I want this goal? Have I discussed the goal with God? Number 2, you're going to have to ask yourself, like, dig deep, like, why do I want this goal? Do you really want to go? Like, sometimes we might say we want to go, but then when we realize what it's going to take to get there, we realize, you know what, maybe I don't know. Maybe I don't really want that goal. So you have to really ask yourself, like, why? Why do I want this goal? Is it because it's going to make you feel more empowered? Is it because this was a lifelong dream? Is it because it's something that you want to make your parents proud? Is it because that you've been feeling like isolated and you've been feeling stagnant and you want something that's going to make you feel alive? So you want to do something that awakens the power within. Like, write those things down, because once you're feeling down and when you get those obstacles along the way, then you're going to be able to go back to the why. Remember your why. Okay? Number 3, you're going to remember to look at the difference between being consistent and persistent. Consistent is doing something, the necessary steps. Persistence is doing the necessary steps even in the face of adversity. And I forgot the name of the sermon, but I listened to a sermon the other day by Pastor Mike Jr., and he broke the consistency versus persistency down to he broke it down to the breakdown. So if I find that sermon, I will be sure to include it in the description, because I definitely think that that is a good sermon to listen to, along with, Don't Bury Your Dream with TD Jakes. Number 4 is focus on the finish line. All those little things along the way. I attributed something towards, like, giving birth. A lot of times when you're pregnant, you have all these morning symptoms. You can't eat. Your feet are swollen. There's so many things that happen. But once you give birth and you're holding that baby, like, a lot of those things become a thing of the past. Like right now, I have a 6-year-old and I have a 19-month-old, and Sometimes when a 19-month-old doesn't want to stop breastfeeding, I'm like, oh my gosh, I just want her to stop. But then I look at my 6-year-old, how fast she's growing, and I'm like, you blink and they're grown. So I'm embracing the moment, embracing the journey, but focusing on the finish line, all the little things that happen along the way, making sure that, getting help, that's a bonus. You got to become the person that's going to reach those goals, a more disciplined person, person that's more intentional, disciplined, intentional, focused. And I'm going to add a bonus. This is so important. When it comes to going after your goals, you're going to need help. I mentioned a little bit when it came to accountability and like coaching, but you're going to want to lean into help. You cannot do everything by yourself. And when you think about the children, when you think about the house, I've hired a housekeeper. I have a house cleaner. I have somebody that comes to clean my house every month. I've hired coaches because I want to collapse time frames. I can't keep watching all these YouTube videos all day, writing notes, having notebooks all over the place. No, I want to get insight from somebody that's already doing it, that's already paved the way. Show me, save me some time and energy and effort. Give me the cheat code. I will pay for the cheat code so that I can pursue my greatness and things that I want to do. So I hope this video was helpful. It's time for you to step into your next level. And if you're saying to yourself, you know what, I don't really have goals, but I know that I need to be doing better, I know that there's more in life, download the Better Life Blueprint. It's 11 things that you can do to get ahead in life. And as always, be grateful for what you want, be grateful for what you have, go after what you want. And until next time, ta-ta. Check out another video. Make sure you subscribe and leave a comment. Let me know what stood out to you in this video. I would love to hear. Take care. Hey. So, I didn't do my whole sit down. I have a different setup today. I kind of missed that. Aw. So let me turn to the side. Oh, I don't want to drop my board. Okay, let's do this. Dun, 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 dun. So